Janice, are you there?
At your service, sir.
Give me Professor Cronin.
Will do, sir.
I think women, sometimes what I hear from women is, well, I really prefer to have, that men ask me out because I'm traditional, because I'm from the South, because, but really the answer is because I'm scared.
Female professor says, ladies pay for dates. Get over it. Modern women don't deserve chivalry. Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. College professor Dr. Kerry Cronin gives her students a dating assignment which is very interesting in modern times because there's a lot of confusion going on in this area. After explaining this assignment, students get the opportunity to ask questions. This particular student asks a question about chivalry and traditional values. Unfortunately, the sound isn't good, so we're gonna let Dr. Cronin paraphrase the question and take it from there. Now it's time for us to dive into this and do what we have to do. Because we men, ain't we? We men, ain't we?
So the question is generally about men and women asking each other out and the idea of chivalry and traditional values on this, and that it's important to make it worth somebody else's time, especially in this day and age when we're all so busy and we're running around like crazy people. Let me say this. I'm so glad you brought it up because usually this is part of the rules of the date. It's numbers 4 and 5 on my sheet of rules. Number 4 is you need to ask the person, and if you ask, you pay. And in parentheses, it says, ladies, get over it.
Ladies, get over it. This is a female problem, and it immediately highlights the double standard. Because if everybody is equal, especially in this case where all students are getting the same assignment, women should not have a problem with this. But they do. Why is that? Let's continue.
Because guess what? Here's the thing. I love chivalry. I think that's fantastic. I've got 5 brothers. They all, treat women well. That's a part of who I am and what's going on in my family and my value system. But in this culture, we can't leave it up to guys because this culture is so unsupportive of really good dating practices and courtship practices. We can't leave it up to half the population to figure this out because it's really hard to figure out.
Not really. It's not hard to figure out, but it's hard to digest. That's why men go into the red pill rage, because almost everything that society, including your mama, told you about women works completely the other way around. Women do not want to be equal. That's the last thing a woman wants. Women want an equal outcome. And to take it a step further, they want supremacy. They want to do whatever they want without the responsibilities. Women want to get married, but they don't want to be wives. Women want to make their own money, but they don't want to pay their own bills. Women want to ride the hot dog carousel without losing their virginity. Women are paradoxical. It's not hard to figure out because we men, ain't we? We are the logical ones. Stop thinking with your little head and I promise you, you will get it real quick. Matter of fact, men figured women out a long time ago. Read the Bible. There are all kinds of verses about female nature. The reason women are out of control is because we let them. The power that women have is the power that we give them. That's why it's problematic when men choose to go their own way, when men choose not to participate. All of this effing foolishness only appears when the world is built, because women do not build. They wait until the building is finished. Everything operates perfectly. It has a heating system, it has a sewer system, elevator, electricity, air conditioning, Wi-Fi, and then she appears out of nowhere. Hey, I deserve this building because I got a vajayjay. And you're thinking with your dick, okay, take it. Take the whole building. You deserve it. All of it. Just because you got a vajayjay. The foolishness. Stop thinking with your DICK.
People need to help each other on this. And part of the thing is, when you ask somebody out, you signal to them that you want to be asked out, right? That's the thing. I always tell students that dating begets dating. So even if you go on a date and it ends up being so-so, and then you kind of have to move on, you've already signaled to the people who know you that you want to date. that you're not just opting out, that you're not just retreating and heading for the hills, right? That you aren't concluding on that counsel of despair, and that you're not interested in hooking up. And so you're signaling both to yourself, which is important, and to other people that you're gonna step in and try to resolve part of this, the failure of culture for yourself.
Women do not like this direct approach because, like I said before, the power that women have is the power that we give them. Check this out.
Would you hit on a man?
Would I hit on a man? I've done that before, and I think when we were going back to the lion and the antelope and all that shit, I feel like when you hit on a man, you make yourself prey, and when you allow a man to come to you, they see you more as an equal. So if I let you come to me, I'm more of a lioness. If I come to you, you already know off rip I want to fuck. So there's already that element of mystique that's gone because I've already presented myself to you like, hey, here's this pussy on a platter, what you want to do with it? So to me, it's like, hi, pussy's here, you know what I'm saying? It's like, to me, I kind of feel like you make yourself prey when you go after a man.
Let's give you another example. Check this out.
So you've been on 100 dates. Some of them have been foodie calls.
Yes.
Did you tell the guy?
No, I mean, here's the thing. They ask you on a date, right? If you're on online dating sites, they're saying, I want to go to this nice restaurant. I want to take you on this nice restaurant. Do you want to come with me? And so, why not, you know?
You see, in order for a woman to have power, you have to give it to her. Attraction is not a choice, but you can choose to approach her. You can choose to ask her out. You can choose to pay her bills, and you do not have to do that. That's why it's essential for women that we make the first move, because then they are in a position of power. They can just sit back and judge everything. I didn't like the place he took me. I didn't like the drinks he ordered. Matter of fact, let's give you a couple highlights.
We go to like this fancy cocktail place, which right off the bat is not my vibe. I don't know if you could tell from just watching me on camera, but I'm like a very casual, let's eat burgers, let's go get chicken wings kind of vibe. Not a fancy cocktail bar, but alas, here we are. I'm like, you know what? Never say never. Let's do it.
Whatever. We go on our first date, and I should have seen all of the red flags to begin with because, like, he bought us tickets to a football game and, like, got us really good tickets to a football game after I'm pretty sure I told him, or he didn't bother to ask, that I don't really care about football.
So I put on some decent clothes, aka not this. I go to this cocktail bar, sipping on these $20 cocktails that taste like dish soap. Let's just say that that's not the worst thing about this date.
Position of power, guys. This is chess. The reason we have these delusional low quality women is because we reward them. Just because they look cute, we're ready to spend a fortune on them. Did you hear what they said? Fancy cocktail bar, sipping on these $20 cocktails. That's plural. 2 cocktails is already $40 excluding your own cocktails. Football tickets. These are not cheap dates, and these women are talking about it like it's nothing. And that's exactly why women killed chivalry. Because they will give up the punani for a man who does nothing. Chad and Tyrone are having a field day with these women. You want to highlight?
So I'm looking through his pictures, and this guy is good looking. I mean, my man's is good looking. He's a good looking guy. He wouldn't even have to offer me his money. You know?
This is why we call this channel Manosphere Highlights Daily, bringing it to you MHD style, even though we're posting weekly at the moment. Quick side note, we're not gonna run this channel forever. Probably 1 more year and then we call it a day. Our mission is to expose the foolishness, be in addition to the voice men need to have in Western society, and hopefully help 1 or 2 guys protect themselves from the hazards when it comes to modern women in Western society.
I think women, sometimes what I hear from women is, well, I really prefer to have, that men ask me out because I'm traditional, because I'm from the South, because, but really the answer is because I'm scared. And we're all scared. We are all scared.
The fear of rejection. And we all know that women do not handle rejection very well. That's why there is nothing intimidating about women. A man is never intimidated by a woman. If you are intimidated by a woman, then you're not a man. Once again, the power that a woman has is the power that you give her. She's much more afraid of you than you are of her. Check this out.
This guy, bless his soul, was so nervous. And let me tell you, I'm nervous, okay? But I can hold that shit on. I can put on a wall and be like, yo, I'm confident. Don't you worry about me. I'm an independent woman. But this guy's face, let me just try and recreate this for you. That was his face the entire time. So a couple things come to mind. I'm like, okay, is there something in my teeth? Is there something about me that's making him be like, because I just could not put my finger on it, and it was so distracting. Everything he said, his face was always just petrified, as if he was so scared to be on this date with me. And suddenly, I was the most confident person in the room. I was like, oh, you're scared? Okay, I'm not scared anymore.
We're gonna let her speak some more. Check this out.
I felt like I was on a date with a nervous teenager, even though I'm pretty sure he was older than me. It was just like a whole thing, and all I have to say for any girls or guys out there is I know that dating is scary, I know strangers are scary, but there is nothing more attractive than somebody who is confident, and that is not what I got from this guy, okay?
This is why these so-called strong and independent women need us to ask them out, need us to pay their bills, even though they make their own money. Women are insecure as F. So if you show weakness, she's gonna walk all over you. She cannot help it. She cannot stop it. She will always test you. When these women are talking about men being too nice, it's not that they are looking for an asshole. They're looking for a man that doesn't need her permission, her validation, is not afraid to voice his opinion, disagrees with her and takes action, a go-getter, a winner. Attraction is not a choice. Confidence is attractive, and winners are confident. Unfortunately, a lot of people mistake kindness for weakness. And just like the movie Fight Club, they talk about men living in a time where we cannot show and prove our strength. No great wars to fight. No authority because women can disrespect us right in our faces and call the cops if we retaliate. That's why she will have the baby with the alpha and let the beta take care of it, because the beta will put up with her shit. That's not what the alphas and sigmas do. Fellas, stop with these expensive dates, these dinner dates. Stop giving women free attention. Stop the foolishness. An average looking woman goes on 100 dinner dates within a year. You're just boosting her ego, filling her stomach, and you're devaluing yourself. Because modern women do not deserve this treatment. They have to earn it. And just putting some pictures on a dating app is not gonna cut it. Simple coffee date, $6 max. You don't like it? Next. Ladies, get over it.
And in parentheses, it says, ladies, get over it.
Manosphere, we working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.